looks like it's going to be Mo. Greatness coming into the Yankee game for the final time here in the Bronx.
On September 26, 2013, the all-time saves leader in MLB history, Mariano Rivera, made his final appearance at Yankee Stadium as the greatest reliever says goodbye to the game.
Number 42, Mariano Rivera.
A 16-pitch, 3 up, 3 down. All-Star game finale for Mariano Rivera.
How many people in any walk of life can you say that about?
0-2, 2 outs, 9th inning, Yankees up 6-4. Rivera sets and deals. Strike 3, ball game over, Yankees win, and it's perfect because the greatest closer in history now has the most saves in history.
This is Jessie Ledoux, Miss International 2013, class of 2010. You're listening to WICR.
That was very nice, but
Yeah,
I'm
you
talking
are.
now.
Yeah, you are.
Good morning, Iona. It's spring like the season with Kenny.
You weirdo.
Good morning, Kenny.
Good morning, spring like the season.
I had coffee at 7 this morning,
Must
so
be
I'm
nice.
a little extra awake today.
Good.
But
Very good.
Kenny just told me about a Spanish
Yeah,
judge.
I want to start with the Spanish.
He really wants to start with it. But real quick, before he even says anything.
Okay, you've got something.
No, I have nothing.
Oh, okay, then.
I thought you wanted to
what?
play the soundbite.
Oh, I did.
You want to go right for the soundbite? What do you
Well,
want?
hold on. Let me introduce it first.
All right, Kenny, introduce.
So it's going to be like a 6-minute soundbite, which is long, but we're going to keep our mics on during it so that we can.
I love doing
We can
this.
comment. It's fun. It's a good time for
Now,
everybody.
keep in mind, Kenny has seen this clip already. I have not. So any kind of reaction I have is completely like.
So we can pause,
Yeah.
right? We can pause during the soundbite. We can go back and we can, we can Tarantino
consistently
it.
comment.
So,
all right. So we're gonna go for it.
So hold on. Let me introduce
Oh,
it.
he still hasn't introduced
She's Judge Janine Pirro. She's on Fox News at this, not right now, but during the sound clip, giving a, I guess, some sort of monologue as to the danger of ISIS. Now, we all understand that ISIS is a dangerous terror group, and I think that people know that. But Judge Pirro, decides to take it to an entirely new extreme. And there will be a quote in here where she says, "We need to batten down the hatches."
Batten down the hatches.
Which is the scariest thing I've ever heard. So she's going to try and scare you into thinking that one day you're going to be standing online for the iPhone 6 and ISIS is going to come up behind you and decapitate you. That's what she's saying.
Well,
So let's listen.
you gotta admit, Spanish people usually do have a lot of flair for the dramatic.
She
you know what I mean?
she even says, like, "Oh, you might have thought I was just making good television."
All right, you know what?
All right, yeah, you got to play it, or else I'm just
Because
going to
we're just
going
gonna
to
keep commenting on it. No one's gonna know.
All right,
what
here we
we're
go.
talking About.
You got to play it though. Spring.
I did.
America faces the single biggest threat in her more than 200-year history.
More than 200 years.
Worse than what we faced in World War I.
False.
World War II, the
False.
attack on Pearl Harbor, and Al-Qaeda on 9/11. I'm telling you, ISIS, if not already on American soil, will be here.
Scariest thing
They
ever.
are coming. And whether they come as a legion or lone wolves, the damage will be painful
Lone wolves.
and it will be extensive. It will happen
She's not
here
far off, though.
on our soil.
Just the way she's saying it.
You're fortunate that you live in a country virtually untouched by war, while in other parts of the world, it's their daily fare. Except for military families, the horrors that we watch on the news could just as well be a world away. But now, this is close. The simple
Okay, I have to pause this real quick. Where is she getting this from?
She's just scared. That's all she's doing.
So did she tell her producer, "Hey, I really want to go on national news and just say that ISIS is coming for us"?
I think they do a thing. It's called Justice.
Okay.
It's the title of the segment is Justice.
I just want to say that Kenny said it with his eyes bulging out of his skull right now.
Because that's what they...
He said, Justice.
Somebody decided one day that they needed a law segment, and then some really ballsy intern went, "Justice! Let's name it Justice!"
That sounds great, intern. You're still not getting a job
Let's
here.
name it liberty or justice. You pick. Or freedom, because we love America. And
The only thing I'm
justice.
thinking here is this is making me think back to when I was like 10 years old and the Spanish news told me that the world is going to end tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Extremely dramatic, extremely like there's no like sources behind it.
So far, she's said, let's recap.
Okay, she's
in
calling
30
ISIS
seconds?
lone wolves.
Yeah, so there are some members, they could be a legion.
A legion.
Which is the scariest word ever for a group of people.
Yes.
Or they could be lone wolves, which is the scariest term ever for single people.
Yep.
So she just said that they are coming.
But she did make a point. We have not had a war on our land.
Right, and that is a very good point.
Civil
And I'm
War.
actually happy that she said that's very.
That is very true.
What would she say?
So we
You're
are
privileged.
lucky to not
you're
have
lucky
that on our land.
And she's right. She's very right.
Yeah, that
However,
she's right about.
However, the fact that ISIS is worse than what we faced in World War I and World War II, it might be a little pushy.
You don't think it could get to that point? Not that I'm not saying that they're there yet, but it could get there.
Hypothetically,
I
but
wouldn't-
she's saying it's there.
Yeah, that's what I disagree with her. I feel like she should have said.
She said it's
there's
there
a
now.
possibility it could become.
She said
as
this
bad.
is the single most
'Cause you
greatest threat that America has ever
World
faced.
War II was pretty.
God forbid we face the
hefty.
climate change, which is an actual problem.
Well, don't disregard ISIS as a problem. It's still a problem.
I understand that, but don't disregard climate change. It's not a problem. And then go on saying that ISIS is the scariest thing in the world.
Well, when I think about it, all right, as a let's pretend I'm really
What, do we
really
need
dumb.
a
Don't say a word
We need
about
a polar bear to cut somebody's head off for us to
wait,
decide
wait.
that it's time to care?
I'm not saying that it's not, but you have to remember most people with climate change aren't very aware of it, and compared to ISIS, everyone's extremely afraid of it.
Yeah, exactly.
that's
So
why she
we
probably
need a
thinks it's
video.
more imminent fear
We
than
need a
climate
video
change.
of a polar bear
decapitating
decapitating a penguin.
Wait, do they live on the same? Joe's face.
Joe's
just
not
like,
happy about that one.
What?
That's
are
what we need,
talking
though.
About?
If there wasn't, seriously though, if there weren't these videos of ISIS doing these inhumane things,
we would have never known.
we never would have cared. We never would have cared. They're scary because they wear black and they speak English and they're on video.
And they're like ninjas.
And they
could attack at literally any time.
And their name
That's
is
why they scare
ISIS.
us.
And ISIS is simultaneously kind of cool sounding and also scary at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So with that being said, we're gonna play the rest of it.
Get back to
this
her.
is only a minute into
Yeah,
this
there's
whole
6
clip.
more of those.
So let's go.
Truth, we are not prepared and certainly
not
not
prepared.
ready.
That's also very not true.
Yeah, no,
because
we're pretty prepared
our
and
military
already.
is extremely efficient. Just gonna
She
say
thinks.
that.
Yeah, have you ever seen the
fact
movie
that we
Red
haven't
Dawn?
had anyone attack us.
Have you ever seen the movie Red Dawn, where the Russians just start paratrooping out of the sky onto American soil? That's what she thinks is going to happen. She thinks a high school football team, as in Red Dawn, is going to have to save America from the communist invasion. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Keep going.
All right, we'll keep playing. But that was very disrespectful to our military. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Considering we haven't had an attack on our soil since what?
9/11.
9/11, right? So
Which,
let's just,
you know what,
can we
honestly,
give a little clap for them
13
because they
years
do work hard.
is a long time to not have anything go.
Exactly.
I mean, the
not
Boston
that-
bombings would count.
But that was unexpected, and they were already in here. But that's
Yeah.
besides the point. Let's keep playing the clip.
Yeah.
Morning, Ian.
Lone wolves arrested in Washington State, Rochester, New York, and Colorado.
Which
Those
is
lone
true.
wolves.
I've been telling you for months that you need to be afraid.
Okay, Mom.
See, okay, the afraid thing.
Now, you know me. Most of the time, I'm fearless. I've spent my life fighting, investigating, prosecuting, and sentencing the worst of the.
I would just love to say how much head nodding and sass that she has.
Look at
while
those
record-
eyeballs. Those
recording
eyeballs
this.
mean business.
Like she is not joking.
No.
All right, let's keep on. This is 27 seconds in.
worst. But tonight, I'm worried. You may not know where places like Baghdad, Aleppo, Tehran, or
Kenny, I'm really afraid this is me when I'm 40.
This better not be you when you're 40.
She's speaking the exact same way I do. All right.
Fallujah are. But if you don't think that what happens there matters to you, you're wrong. And I don't care if you live in Beaumont, Texas, New York City, or Anaconda, Montana.
Sorry.
You need to be afraid. And what we need to do. My resolution?
Scary.
Airstrikes. Bomb them. bomb
I guess
them,
she's the one
keep
that
bombing
consulted
them,
with Obama.
bomb them again and again. And I don't care how long it takes. Just take out ISIS, take out their convoys, and take out those troops.
Maybe we should make her commander-in-chief. What do you think? All right, we keep going.
Imagine sitting in a room with her and she
You may have
just
thought it
bomb them,
was TV.
bomb them all.
Even entertaining.
She's the reason why they
But you now know it's not a joke. 2 Americans beheaded by an English-speaking barbarian, a third a Brit, while a fourth is lined up for the most brutal, savage, end-of-life experience imaginable.
Okay, that she's true about.
These
Yes.
are not amateurs. They are experts at the systematic, pervasive torture.
Do you think they're experts?
They're good at it.
No, but the people carrying it out, do you think, like, you know how there's the head? Obviously, the head is the expert. Now, do you think the people carrying it out?
I would say we're better.
Or do you think they're amateur?
I don't think they're experts.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can be an expert at that.
Terrorism?
Yeah, but you just said the word, I think, that most describes what my point is.
What?
Terrorism, right, takes 2 to tango. Takes one person to terrorize,
And
and
the
it takes
person
the
to
other
carry
person
the
to be
act.
terrified.
Ah.
And if you
I
are
like
not
that.
terrified, there is no terror.
Which is why we can't be afraid the way she is
Which-
right now,
which
scaring half the
her
nation.
yelling out that we need to be afraid and we need to, like, stay inside and only eat Spam for the next 45 years
Yep.
until ISIS
And that's
disappears.
how they get to us, because that's
That's-
exactly what they want from us.
that's
They
how
want us
they
to
win.
be shaking in our boots and not traveling the
Their
subways.
job as terrorists is to terrify.
Mm-hmm.
Their job is to scare us into overreacting, into making us seem like the bad guy again.
And it's really bad because weak-minded people will listen to her and say, ooh, maybe I should stay home. Maybe we shouldn't
Exactly.
take a stand against these people.
Keep
But
playing.
with that being said, we're going to keep playing.
Torture, mass killings, rape, public crucifixions, beheadings, some even
say, she
videotaped
has a
and
way with
used as a
words.
propaganda tool to entice
very good
those who
speaker.
believe in evil and want to impose hell on the rest of us under the guise of their God.
Whoa, that was
The
a
ISIS
little
terror
disrespectful.
group owns
I just
oil.
wanted to say, as she said, their God, it was very accusing and actually disrespectful.
And she also
to
put it
their
in
religion.
quotes.
She put it in
as
quotes.
in one God is better than another.
And the fact that she probably thinks that maybe because they have a different name, because in the Muslim religion they refer to him as Allah, it's the same God as the
Yes.
Jewish and Catholic religion. So with that being said, I'm going to play because that was
Well done,
rude.
Spain. Well done.
Deals. They have a corporate structure. And they bring in $3 million a day selling oil.
We
They
do love
leverage
oil over
technology
here.
to glorify and recruit more jihadists. All while the world watches while we dither and call them a JV team.
Well, I
Like
think
a
Obama
lion
takes that back
waiting
now.
to attack. They watch their prey. They analyze us.
Scary.
They read us.
She's freaking me out.
Do we act when Americans are in danger? Do we even react? Almost 2 years to arrest the Benghazi ringleader. They know our vulnerabilities and strengths. At times, they are one and the same. We are a free and open society with risks inherent in each. They know the border is not only open, they know they'll be welcomed with no papers at all. And this week's arrests in Australia magnify the global reach of ISIS, where random kidnappings and public beheadings were planned, all linked to ISIS. Their intent was to actually behead random members of the public. You, anyone. And they call these demonstration killings designed to shock and horrify. Yes,
They are designed to shock and
everything I've been
horrify.
telling you for months is accurate.
Yes, you
Okay,
are the
she was-
supreme lord
She
of truth.
predicted all of this. She said, I told you.
I told ya."
you.
She's like
They're
Grandma.
in Australia, and you didn't want to. Oh, wait, can you do it? Can you do it? Because you do a great
You
voice.
know what? I told you for the last 3 months that these people are gonna come into your countries and cut your heads off.
And you didn't want to
And you
listen.
didn't listen, sweetheart. You didn't listen. And now you got your hand caught in the wrong
my
cookie
God.
jar. That's
right.
all I'm hearing.
This is 4 minutes in and 28 seconds. This is a 7-minute video. Let's go.
You need to think September 11, 2001. You need to remember what it felt like then.
We'll never forget that.
Don't sit there and think the government has you covered. Hell, the White House itself and its perimeter were penetrated twice in the last 24 hours. And think Boston, as in Boston bombers. Two brothers,
weren't they born and raised here?
On asylum as victims of another country. We do everything for them. And when another country calls to tell us not once but twice that they're a terror risk, our FBI investigates and concludes that they're not.
All right, I don't like the
She's
fact...
about to take shots at the FBI, the ATF, local law enforcement, and the military.
She's going to us. We need to be afraid. We need to battle down the hatches and whatever. But she's she's completely criticizing our entire defense system.
Yeah.
So if any of these people from ISIS are even watching, they're like, oh, their FBI isn't as strong. Look at all these faults that she's just pointing out on the air. That makes absolutely no sense. But I'll continue. She's bothering me.
And when the older brother goes back and forth to the country from which he sought asylum, he's not stopped upon his return to the U.S. by ICE or Homeland Security. These two brothers had the whole city of Boston on lockdown with a couple of pressure cookers. FBI, state police, local police, ATF, all looking for one team. Do you think anyone would be able to respond to your needs in such a situation? Not a chance. No one is taking this seriously enough. If our government were listening, our borders would be closed.
Whoa.
If our government were listening, we'd be bombing ISIS nonstop. And if they were listening, our president would be following the advice of the military experts united on the issue of boots on the ground.
Don't hit the table.
But instead, our president thinks he knows more than the military experts. A disagreement highlighted this week and
Obama
virtually
doesn't have a military background. That's
unseen in
actually
American history. And if our government were listening, we would never have gotten out of Iraq the way that we did, with the consequences that George Bush predicted and even Leon Panetta said was a mistake.
Even a broken clock is
And
right
if the
twice a day,
government were
sweetheart.
listening, they would raise the terror threat level. When people are willing to commit war crimes on camera, they are not afraid of us. And if only you were listening this time, I'm telling you to batten down the hatches. Make plans to reach family members in the event of an emergency. Teach your children to be alert.
What?
Get supplies that might not be as easily available.
What?
Check
Wait,
what
is she
your kids,
promoting?
even teens, are looking at.
Is she promoting for
What?
us to get
What?
weapons?
I think so.
Is that what she... Okay,
I think she just said go buy guns and ammo.
I could agree with her that we should tell our children what exactly is going on, because obviously don't tell a 5-year-old, but tell someone who would mentally somewhat understand, like a 10-year-old, maybe an 11-year-old, so they know what's going on. Have a system set up so they know what to do in case something happens. But
right, but don't you think you should have that regardless?
No, but right now more than ever, yes. But she's saying for us, what does she want us to do? Create bombs in our basement in case someone comes around to decapitate us? That just
she doesn't want you to wait online because the guy behind you might be a part of ISIS.
What? Okay.
Also, close the borders because
close the borders is also
close the borders.
Excessive.
Make a huge wall that surrounds the entire United States of America, kind of like Maze Runner. Kind of just make like a big maze at each border.
I was actually thinking the wall in Israel.
Yeah, kind of that thing. And then only let white people in because they're not scary.
That's true. That's basically what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
At online. It's time for us to come together.
Okay.
And take
what she want,
seriously.
Citizen militias and all that.
And that's my open.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Oh, is that?
Judge.
Oh, she's done.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Judge Pirro, everybody.
Yep. Now that is one of, if not the scariest thing that I've ever heard.
Oh wow, they have the whole entire speech right here. Now, obviously, it's not a joke. It is very serious. But to go around and tell people not to even trust your government, because that's almost what she's saying. Not to trust your president, who is the president of the United States and commander in chief.
Also, 2 months ago, 87% of people said they're tired of war. No more war. We want to go home. We're done. We want to come home. We're done. We don't want our children going over there. We want to come home. We're done. We're done. We're done.
Yep.
We see 2 beheadings. And
go back,
now
go back,
everybody's
go
like,
back, go back.
Oh, war. I can't stay mad at you. Let's go.
And she can't say we're not having airstrikes. We just had airstrikes in Syria. When did she post this? Was this last night?
This was 2 days ago. And then there's those really creepy Facebook friends you with that are like, oh my God, she's so right. We need to kill everybody.
Because that's always the answer, to just bomb everyone, because we didn't learn that in World War II.
I think that was the scariest part of the whole video, when she went, bomb them!
Yeah.
Bomb them!
And I don't think she realizes there are innocent people over there. You can't just bomb everybody and think that's going to solve the problem. That's how nuclear war comes about. You can't just do that.
Colored, and they all believe in a different God. So why do they even,
And the fact that she said their God... What?
Yep.
What?
I wish I knew, Spring.
I'm completely sure, especially considering I studied Middle Eastern history. I've been in Catholic school for about over 10 years of my life. I'm pretty sure the same Muslim God is the same God I have.
You're pretty sure.
So their God is our God.
And your God is our God, and my God is your God.
But just to go and bomb them, and then encourage us to have our own weapons.
Bomb them!
I'm just gonna pull a Fight Club and just gather a whole bunch of soap and be ready.
You're not allowed to talk about Fight Club.
Either way,
that's the only rule, Spring.
Either way,
there's one rule, and you just broke it.
I'll wait for Tyler Durden outside so he could kill me in my imagination.
Bomb him! Bomb him!
But she isn't wrong at the same time with alerting us.
Okay, I think we need to be aware.
Even though I think at this point, almost everyone is completely aware of what's going on right now, especially because this morning I think there's an increase of cops in the subway, because there's word that there may have been this plot to attack the subways, which as these type of people, I wouldn't be surprised to attack the subways. I'm surprised they haven't done it or tried to before, because it is the best way to attack a mass amount of people. So okay, got it. We should be aware. We should be prepared, but not the way that she wants us to be aware and prepared. She's kind of wants us to go backwards and just start having, what is it?
What is that?
Like the villagers used to have
pitchforks.
Pitchforks.
Yeah, no, we
and
should.
And all this other stuff.
She honestly
and then,
would be most likely in favor of.
Now we're gonna look at people who look Middle Eastern, and we're just gonna say, "Oh my God."
No, that's how it goes.
Maybe I shouldn't even be standing next to them. Completely ignoring the fact that this chick from Colorado was, I believe, white, wasn't she?
She was a white.
She was very white.
Bomb them! Bomb them! Take out Colorado!
At this point, I think we're just going to start wearing...
What do they even got up there? What are the Rockies? They're awful. Bomb them!
Can you stop?
Bomb them!
Battle down the hatches!
Batten down the hatches and bomb Colorado! Just take it out.
That's basically what she wants
to do. Oh, we got to get Peyton Manning out of there first, though. He's like an American hero. Peyton Manning and... nobody else. That's it.
That's it. We'll just save Peyton Manning.
They can keep Wes Welker.
Well, this was
he can go down with the ship.
This is an interesting way to start our morning. I think I'm gonna go and prepare my weapons during the break. Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go sharpen my my bayonet. I'm gonna go buy.
I'm gonna go grab my grandfather's pitchfork from the Revolution.
A lot of spam.
Spam.
And I'm gonna buy a chain link fence to put around my house.
Oh God!
Only that, not like the lawn, just the house.
Kenny's gonna keep going with this.
Bomb him!
Stop.
Bomb him!
We're gonna play a lovely liner from God Only Knows Who. Wait. Kenny, keep it talking.
Pecan Sadori. No, I hope it's the salad guy. Can you put on the commercial with we got thick challah bread and big salads, oversized salad. You know what? If you want to bomb somebody, bomb him. Take out the salad man.
With his thick hoagies.
He's got thick hoagies and oversized salads. Nobody wants an oversized salad. That's the point of the salad, sir, is that it's supposed to fill me up without being oversized, so I don't eat 1.5 pounds of bacon every day.
You know what, Kenny? Just for you.
Hello, everyone. This is Gregory Kasimis from the Metro Deli in Scarsdale. The Metro Deli has been part of the Westchester community for over 10 years. We always use the freshest and highest quality ingredients for all our dishes and catering events.